Hello there, it's the B2. I'm going to ask the question every time, have you applied yourself today? That's right, applied energistics. We're going to do a little upgrade. It's the part that I like to play the most in each pack. And so, as we do kind of a multi-build here, and I'll explain what we're going to do in the midst of kind of doing some daily maintenance. So I'm going to run you through some daily maintenance. I'm going to show you a couple cool things. And then we're going to look at the project list for episode 2. So a lot of new stuff. If you look here, we kind of the homeroom, and you can tell I have the flying armor now too. It's not. If you look, this is the VCO flying armor from Magic Crops. Hello, hello. This is the area we started in right here, and we have our beds up here. It is nighttime, so I'm going to go ahead and pop a quick sleep in, just so we don't get harassed when we go outside. Even though in the new Magic Crops you have a 92% damage reduction from the VCO armor, right here, kind of show you the details. Right there, 96% damage reduction, negates fall damage, and it has flight when you get it all done. I've not infused any of it yet. That's kind of like next level stuff. We are still in the beginning phases. Probably the first week, and we all play like 2 or 3 hours a day. So, but this is the area that we had the chests in on the intro. If you remember that, all the chests lined the walls, and we kind of got all that done. We've kind of made some upgrades. Whoop. Hello, door. And we've got our gardens. You can tell it needs to be picked through, but we've kind of got food kind of a little bit solved. But we've got our little animal pens here. We got chicken and some sheep. But anyway, we're going to we've cleaned that up. We've made a smeltery. We've got our ender lily seeds. We've got our little Magic Crops area here, and we don't have this. We don't have power completely solved yet. That's kind of like the next thing that we need, and I'll show you why in a second. But we do have some of our stuff here, seeds and otherwise, that we can turn back and put into the Magic Crops thing here. But we've got it turned off for now, and until we get the power completely resolved. We've also started the next level of this, so we're going to come up here and. Little vanishing door. I don't know if you saw that or not. It's got the wooden vanishing frames from Mouse's doors. Boop. The door opens and closes, and it's glass, so you can actually fly into it. Let's get a flight on here. You can actually fly into it and not go out of there, but you can see how that's pretty cool. Anyway, we're moving the ME system over to here, and this is the outline of the cube. We're going to do the 7x7x6. I think I did one side a little bit smaller than the rest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, actually we did 7x7. Okay, I was gonna make one side smaller, but we ended up making it all the way around. So Big Nash actually put together this top layer here, and he's doing a really cool outside glass thing with sloped glass and carpenter's wedges. I dig it, and then you'll be able to see inside of here. As a center focal piece for what we're going to do, and then what will happen is off these sides there'll be rooms with automation and stuff in there. So, and this is where we'll pull the this will be the ME controller all the way around the outside, and each one of those will be worth 32 channels. So I just kind of put these titanium blocks there to hold those for right now. We've got power run through the dimensional receiver, and you can see there's no power in it right now, and there's no drives in the ME system. This is just kind of like putting the skeleton together. Let's go down and take a look at the ME system that we do have functioning, and you'll probably get a kick out of this, but it's a really small little area. We had all kinds of stuff lined up here for tankers, and we've kind of moved that out of the way, and kind of made things easier to get in and out of. We've got a little oreberry bushes you could pick should you need to do any of those, but keep them nice and dark underneath these stone slabs here so that they actually continue to grow. And we don't need those. Those are just kind of like extras, right? So here's the ME system that we have. And let me see here. Here's what we have so far. We've got 2 drives, 1Ks and 4Ks, and that holds just about anything that we need. We've got some simple like automated stuff put together here to cook things out, and yeah, as I said, I should have loaded that up, which I did. And I don't want to throw everything in there, but anyway, we're starting to really get our farming on to do our mega build. So this round's mega build is actually going to be a modern city. We've never done a modern city. We've done medieval. We did a giant shopping mall one time. We did an Old West city. We did the James Bond volcano from Moonraker and put a space shuttle underneath there. Some really cool builds. But this time we're going to go just for a modern city, and I'm really stoked about that because we are going to do like police stations, a big hospital, an urban garden that stacks up for farming resources. I mean, it's going to be really cool, man. Filming YouTube update now. Filming. I'm filming the YouTube. So you can see in here we've got the growth chamber to put whatever we need in there. We've got these little steam dynamos powered by charcoal containers. Like what the heck is a charcoal container? But anyway, it'll start burning, and so we just kind of refill it by going in here and grabbing a stack of charcoal containers and filling up the steam dynamos. It's very simple, very efficient power for what we need. But we are going to solve this on a bigger scale here soon. We've got an inscriber set up to press stuff, and I remembered I was pressing silicone earlier to make some storage spots. And then if we need to smelt anything, we can put it in here. It throws down through the sag mill. Sag mill kicks it out to the alloy smelter. Alloy smelter kicks it into this chest, and then we collect it, and we just been putting it in by hand. We do have this chest hooked up to a import bus that's accelerated, and I'm going to show you why after we take a look at the power that we have set up right now. So if you look, this is on 0, which is the yellorite, yellorium ingots, and then we've got the cyanite ingot, which is the waste from the big unit. So I believe these are all empties. Nope, there's one. Let's pop these full ones, and we're going to replace them with some empties, and I'm going to show you how we're doing. We're past manually mining. We do have a quarry, a BC quarry set up. They do leave big giant holes in the earth, and we do a little bit with that, and I'll show you. It's pretty cool what we're doing with it. We did have solar flux in the pack, but we went through the alpha reset, and it didn't make it into the pack. It needs an upgrade so it plays well with other mods. But solar flux is very cool. It's as they call me, the hippie power. Like on Sky Factory 2, I don't have anything that requires more than what I can produce with solar power, so it's kind of cool. This is the big reactor that we have set up, so it's just kind of hidden down here. There's a manual ladder that goes up. We've blocked off kind of. You can actually go up, and this is before we had our flying gear. You can remove the control rods and mess with anything you need to. It's a pretty decent sized reactor, really. There's a dimensional transceiver that also runs over there, and it's called Bay. I didn't name it, but I thought it was pretty hilarious when I saw it. And we negate fall damage, so I just run through. But when you turn on the big reactor, it's going to get fired up really, really quick. So it's got the core fuel status. We're at 60% fuel with 12 rods. Well, the casing heat and the core heat both jump up pretty high, so it's going to start throwing off some pretty good energy here. Now, there's nothing in the buffer. There we go. As soon as I said that, it's going to start filling up. It's basically shooting energy up to those cells that we just put down. And we put down 5, so we need 10 million RF to fill them. And so what I do is I let this get up to about 7.5, and then I shut it off because I don't want to waste this fuel. You can look, 59.6. And then it'll just start ticking down as it's depleting stuff. So 59.6. We'll let it go to 7.5, and then we'll check it. What we're going to do actually is run the yellorium into the magic farms and then automate running it through the sag mill, doubling those. Okay, so now I'm going to deactivate the reactor, and you're going to see it's still going to produce energy as it's heat, and then it's going to slowly stop producing energy, and it's going to start filling up those, and there we go. It's going back the other way. But 59.6, we didn't really use a whole lot. We used 0.1 of the fuel. Now, if I was to leave that running, it would probably be out within about 20 minutes, and we don't want that to happen. So we just kind of turn it off, on and off, depending on what we need. And you can look, these are filling up now. So, well, what are you doing with these, and why do you need so many of them? And I'll show you. Let's warp over to the quarry. And home quarry. Did I not type it right? Home quarry. Wow. Took me 3 tries. You can see the quarry's just kind of derping around here. I don't know why it's stuck, but probably because it's out of energy, let's hope. Yep, there we go. So I'm just going to put these full cells up on the top here. Yep. Oh, no, I have one more. And you can see how it's just jamming down here. And so the BC quarry is really simple. You can see it. It's just going to kind of go back and forth, and it's going to go all the way down. And then This one actually didn't go all the way down. We might have to move this over and redo it. Because we got all the way down to the bottom of that one. We didn't do this one. We're going to move it back over when we're done. And try to grab all this stuff too. And then I usually come down here. I pop some diamonds out of the side wall there. I look for anything that might be even remotely needed while I'm down there. And you can see, man, it's just going to jam through. We need gold, which is good. Glad that we found a couple more pieces of that. And we've actually got a draconium chest too. And that thing sucks up so much energy. So this is really just there. So we let that go into the bottom. And then, okay, so let's go up here. And I always find stuff like this that we're going to need. You know, waste not, want not, right? So we'll pop those out. And then what we have is this ender chest. You can see the stuff going in there, and it just goes right into the ME system. So you say, well, shoot, why doesn't it fill up with cobblestone? And that's just kind of also a manual process. So you can see everything that it's jumping through there is going right to the ME system. And then we move it over, and we keep moving on. But it'll go all the way down to level 5. You can make it bigger and do more with it. I just don't, I don't know, man. It's just not worth... It's just not worth making it too big. Then if you need any supplies like diamonds or something, it just takes a while to do. So anyway, that is the Ender Quarry. Or the BC Quarry. Let's my keyboard is derping up right now. O-M-E-M-E. There we go. Wow. A little too fast for the typing. So basically all this cobble, we just take it and we compress it down, and we make it into like compressed cobblestone. We'll run that out, and then we'll make we'll throw this back in the system. And then if you look right here, there'll be some of this compressed, and we just further compress it down into double compressed, and that's how we keep the place from filling up. Same thing as if we grab dirt, and there's not a whole lot. There's not even enough really to worry about compressing. We'll make compressed dirt, and then we'll triple compress the dirt. You can see double compressed here. So basically these 55 tiles is 55 times 81. And you can see how that just gets to be a bit ridiculous when you compress it out. I like it. So even with these guys right here, in order to keep the ME a little bit cleaned up, we'll come back through and we'll take a few of those and make those into blocks, and same thing with the copper. And this is kind of how we keep it from filling up in the interim without a big deal. So and you'll notice how it's all back to greens. There's no reds or whatever. So anyway, have you applied yourself today? Because we certainly have been applying ourselves here. I can't wait until the update number 3. We should be moved out of this bottom and moved up top. But you got a chance today to see a little bit more than just applied energistics. You got to see the quarry, the BC Quarry. You got to see a little bit of steam dynamo powering, and you get to see a big reactor. So hope you guys have enjoyed the update, and we will see you in episode 3.